So it is a distinct pleasure, and to quote Vicky, a privilege to invite Amy Jordan to join us. All of you have in your places bio sketches. I don't want to take up too much time with the introductions, but one thing that I do want to call to your attention is the special honor that Amy, who's the Associate Director of the Annenberg Public Policy Center at the University of Pennsylvania, has just received. She is the, I hope I get this right, Amy, the President-elect Select what? Of the International Communications Association, and she's also somebody who's been recognized for outstanding scholarship and contributions in the field of children and adolescent media, health promotion, and so on. And Amy's going to take you through a little bit of an overview of the interactive forum that is starting right now. Amy.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure to be here. And I also want to recognize Michael and Vicky for just doing an amazing job in bringing together this group of people that we have here. I mean, we're filled, every seat appears to be filled, but even more impressive is the diversity of the community that they've managed to bring together. So congratulations on such an excellent forum for discussion. I also want to say that the Joan Ganz Cooney Center has been really at the cutting edge of recognizing what we need to be talking about. So they recognize the need for studying the learning that occurs in informal settings, most specifically in the home. They recognize the importance of development in the earliest years, something I know that we've been talking about, but they've really been doing a lot of high quality, excellent research into. They recognize the need for engaged parenting around media, and that includes both talking about the concerns we have, but also highlighting the opportunities for allowing parents and children to be interacting more around media, especially digital media. And they have led research, cutting-edge research into really understanding the many demographic contours of American families today. And I'm so pleased to see that you have a longitudinal study planned where we can actually track children as they go through these years with a media environment that's really changing. So congratulations on that.
It's not fully funded yet.
As I said, there are always the opportunities. So today what we'll be doing is having, as I think both Vicky and Michael have pointed out, an interactive discussion. And we're lucky to have these discussions kicked off by individuals who are up to their elbows in these issues. So the format will be, I'll call up each speaker. I think we call them respondents. Is that what you recall them?
I call them provocateurs.
Provocateurs. We'll call up each provocateur. He or she will speak for 5 to 7 minutes. I understand there is someone here nearby. Here's our person who will be bringing the presentation to a close if it goes overly long. And the reason for that isn't because we don't want to hear from our provocateurs, but because we want to hear from you. So as each speaker ends, we will open it up for a 10 or 15-minute conversation, close it up, and go on to our next speaker. Vicky's research highlights the importance of 3 topic areas, at least for the session that I'm moderating this morning. So the first has to do with implications for mobile. So we'll start with a conversation about that. Then we'll talk about implications for content, and we'll close our morning discussion with a conversation about implications for parents. Okay? So our first provocateur is Deborah Sanchez. One of the issues that this study raises is that the proportion of mobile time that is perceived as educational is lower than the proportion of television time that's perceived as educational. And parents whose children are using mobile content are less likely to say that their children have learned a lot. So I think this is one of the issues that our panel will be discussing.